to each other's eyes.
Hello everyone and welcome back. A new week begins but with a lot of anticipation. But before digging into what's in the store, I jumped on to focusing on finishing a few tasks in my list today. As told in my previous vlog, festive season for me is a reminder to touch up for my house for better. Pillows and cushions deflate with time, or if not, the cloth layer gets very dirty with the regular usage. So every year I take the cushions out for fiber refilling and changing the cloth layer to give them a revamp. This little effort literally saves me a lot of money and also reuse the existing cushions for better. I once tried washing the cushions in machine, but that idea didn't work well for me. So I stick with changing the covers whenever possible. Mandir utensils lose their sheen, and last year I had shared a few tips to restore the shine of silverware. It really worked well but needed a lot of elbow grease. And while discussing the same with my mom, she advised me to use dental powder to clean the silverware. She had learned this trick from one of our kitty party friend, and so I was really curious to see the result. I will lightly wet the silverware and rub it with this powder. And to my surprise, the transformation was clearly visible within a few seconds. Once I do some scrubbing, I'll wash and dry the silverware and again rub them with the dental powder, but this time without water. My silverware was looking as new as ever. I cleaned the excess powder and was super happy with the shine. No wonder mom loves her kitty friend so much. Of course, this powder is a keeper, but the metal base of such tin-based items usually corrodes and leave a mark on the base. But here is a very easy way to deal with this problem. Just layer the base with some nail paint. The idea is to coat the metal with an enamel coating, and nail paints are easiest to find. I will cover the open surface thoroughly and keep it aside to dry before storing it further. There is a slight change in our routines lately. Dhairya wakes up a bit early, and so I get him ready as soon as his day begins. These days I'm also toilet training Dhairya, and thanks to SuperBottoms for introducing these pull-up style padded underwears to meet all the transition needs. These padded underwears are with 3 layers of cotton padding to absorb one-time pee, which ensures no accidental leaks, making the whole training much simpler during the diaper-free hours. And they just add more to his cuteness. SuperBottoms also saves me a huge money with these reusable Uno diapers. With an adjustable snap button system, these diapers gives a long-term sustainable solution over one-time diaper purchases for babies between 3 months to 3 years. Uno diapers are made from 100% pure cloth and are reusable for more than 300 times. They also have long-lasting absorbency, which is comfortable for babies for up to 12 hours, and since they are chemical-free diapers, they also avoid the risk of any diaper rash on babies. You can also get booster pads to increase the absorbency, which comes in handy for nights. Do check the SuperBottoms website and use the code SBTMY15 to get an additional discount. As you know by the title, I will soon be moving out from my current location, and so packing everything is the major agenda these days. With Karthik not around, there is a lot going on in the head at the moment, but overthinking is the biggest killer of productivity. So instead of thinking too much, I'm taking one step at a time and starting with the least used items in the house. Kids' toys and storybooks are easiest of all to sort, and other than being least important, packing them will at least bring me into the momentum of work. Packing, shifting and moving to a new place is not new to me. But of course, there are a lot of ifs and buts and queries running into my head. But I decided to be in the moment and do what makes sense to me at this point in time. I still have time to move out, but since Karthik will only come at the last minute, I have to prepare a lot of things in advance to be ready for the final big change. However, I keep repeating to myself to not to look at the bigger picture of packing and moving the entire house, but take small, teeny, tiny steps to make my way through this entire transition. After spending 1 hour into the first step of my packing, I took a break as it was lunchtime. I had made bhindi and paratha but was not really in a mood to eat it. So to pamper my soul, I decided to cook something that is my absolute favorite, which is pineapple fried rice. I had first tried pineapple fried rice when I was in Malaysia, and in spite of not being a rice fan, I fell in love with this dish. It has goodness of so many veggies, freshness of pineapple and a bomb of flavors in every single bite that it becomes highly addictive. I will start by cutting, chopping and preparing all the veggies that I had. Then in a plate, I collected all the spices that will go into this fried rice. I had pre-cooked the rice and kept it ready, so now there was just 15 more minutes of cooking left. In a kadai, I'll add some olive oil and saute thinly sliced onions and crushed garlic. Then one by one I'll add all the veggies and saute everything until cooked. Once the veggies are cooked well, I'll add the spices and again mix everything. Right after mixing, add diced tomato and pineapple and again give this recipe a final mix. Just so that the spices don't burn, I'll add some water and cook the pineapple covered. After 5 minutes, I'll add rice and some soy sauce and mix the fried rice well with the gentle hands. Add a lot of coriander leaf for extra freshness. I will also put curd with raita masala and some simple salad into the overall platter. For salad dressing, I added some salt, lemon juice, pepper and olive oil, and lastly I'll add very little honey and mix it well into the salad. My food plate today looked exactly what I wanted to eat at this moment. Looking at the plate itself was so satisfying. Eating what I wish to eat really felt like a warm hug. This small treat of sweet, sour, tangy and spicy mix of food is a treat to myself to buckle up for the next packing job. Rutvi also loved her plate. She enjoys bhindi a lot. Rice was a bit spicy for her, but she enjoyed the salad and asked for more. Kids have slept and I thought of packing my garments and taking everything out for sorting. I am very fond of clothes and have a pile of garments to sort. So I know for sure this will take a lot of time. But since I also have time in hand, I only focused on Western outfits first and checked what to keep and what to pass. Next day was a lot better from Thought's perspective. I'm not sure if I'll have a garden in the next house, so I wanted to touch up my plants before moving out. But doing every single thing is practically not possible for me, so I called up a gardener yesterday to repot, prune, fertilize, and basically get my plants ready beforehand. Rains have covered the pots in mud, so I'll dry them in the sun and remove the excess mud and keep the planters ready before moving. There are always a few time-bound tasks that go with shifting. Yesterday while cooking food, I realized that I need to check the pantry and fridge and finish the open food items within the coming days. Whenever I start dealing with things, all sorts of thoughts occupy my mind. Will I get a pantry in the next house? How am I going to arrange the groceries? How will this transition treat my family? How will Rutvi react to the new setup, and much more? My dad had a transferable job, so moving places, going to a new house, and settling into a new city used to be such a common thing for us. But perspective changes when you turn from a kid to an adult and have your own kids. And now, when I think of those days, I feel hats off to mom to manage it all by herself. And look at the irony, my mom always told us that after all the hard work of shifting, I will never marry my daughters to the guy who transfers. But Karthik was an apple of her eye, and here I am, married to a guy who will take me to places, quite literally. When I first moved to this house, I created a mini vlog, and last week I saw that vlog just to relive that shifting memory. In the end of that vlog, I hope to create a lot of lifestyle content in this house, and fast forward today, when I see it all, it just feels surreal. I feel so thankful to this house, which became such an integral part of my vlog making journey. The living room, my kitchen, and the entryway, which was an overnight hit, everything helped in binding my channel and connecting with each one of you one by one. I feel blessed to have so many friends around me, and so now that you have become such an integral part of my life, giving you all updates on what's up with me has become a necessity. Send me some good wishes, a lot of encouragement, and love for the coming weeks, as I really need it. I'll keep sharing the updates with you in whatever way possible, hoping that you all will stick with me through thick and thin. I sorted what needs to be consumed in the next couple of weeks, what can stay packed, and what I'll need urgently during the first week of transition. Moving without kids was so much easier, but now with kids, I want to make sure that they stay comfortable during this shifting. Bedroom these days looks like a marketplace of my garments. Continuing with my garment packing, today I decided to sort the traditional wear. With kids, it will be hard to open everything in one go, and so I am going with part packing. I'll not open everything in a day or two, so I have packed all items in a order to sustain a minimum of 1 month to stay without opening anything. Which means I'm going to live in this bag for the coming month. Diwali might also fall into the same month, so I'll do our Diwali packing also accordingly. Every time I sort my garments, it feels like shopping from my own closet. Karthik absolutely dislikes the fact that my garment takes up most packing and is so time consuming. But I still end up complaining that I'm short of clothes. But I think that's a universal right of every husband to say. I'm glad he's not here at the moment to repeat these words. By the way, what kind of shopping do you enjoy the most? Do let me know in the comment section. Cloth packing is not an overnight task and will take a few more days, but I'm happy that I started onto this work way ahead of time. With kids, leaving anything at the end time will only call for some major chaos and sufferings. I hope you stay with me during my transition journey. Like this video to show your support. Share your thoughts, suggestions, ideas on moving out in the comment section below. I'll try to post most of the updates on my Instagram profile, so feel free to join me there. Subscribe to the channel to be a part of this Talking Mom community, and I'll see you soon with some latest updates on this moving out journey in my next vlog.